So this is another video after this quiz which we have done. In this video I'm gonna give you some different aspects of astrology. Right now we are doing on the houses, but today I'm not discussing any house here because it's on your quiz thing. So I'm gonna do some interesting subjects in astrology which you're familiar with but you might not know what it is. Okay, first thing, in a birth chart the planet sits in the different houses all the time and they look at each other. So what does it mean looking at each other? It means aspecting the different houses, aspecting the other planets. So how does it do it? Look here. This is a layman's kundli. You can say Kal Purush kundli. I quickly start filling up the numbers here: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now in this one, I say sun is here. For example, the sun is sitting here when a person was born, and I would say that sun is aspecting somewhere, sun is looking somewhere. So where the sun is looking? Here, 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 where? There is the one direction which we give to every planet, or particular directions in which a planet can look. Like the sun will always look straight in this house. The sun will sitting here in the lagna, in the ascendant, will look in the seventh house, directly opposite house. So no matter what planet is sitting there, all the planets have at least this one aspect, the seventh aspect. So if sun is sitting instead of first house, the sun sits in the fourth house, then where the sun will look? Right opposite to it, in this house. Okay, so this is the way how we look into the aspect of the planets. So this was the easy one, the sun, because sun has only one aspect, which is the seventh aspect. I'm going to write down on the side: sun has seventh aspect, moon also seventh aspect, Mars has three aspects: fourth, seventh, and eighth. Mercury has seventh aspect. Venus also has seventh aspect. Jupiter has also three aspects: 5, 7, and 9. Okay, which one is left? Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn. This also has three aspects: 3, 7, and 10. And then Rahu and Ketu, also three aspects: 5, 7, and 9. So what are these funny numbers I'm writing here? 7, 4, 7, 8, 3, 7, 10, 9. What is this? This is the places. They say, in the case of sun, I told you the sun will look at its seventh position where the sun is sitting. Sun was sitting in the first position and it was looking on the seventh position, because the sun can look only at the seventh position from itself. So that's what we say, that sun can aspect at the seventh house from itself. Same way the moon does. Moon also can look straight the opposite house, not the right, not the left. The 100% aspect is the seventh aspect. Mars planet has three different aspects where the sun Mars sits. Say Mars is sitting in the same house. Okay. So the fourth aspect I write down here: 4, 7, and 8. So this means the Mars will look at the fourth house first, starting from the house where the Mars is sitting. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So Mars will be looking into this house, fourth house. And then Mars will be looking into seventh house also, because it is 4 and then 7, 5, 6, 7. And then I wrote down 8 here. Eighth aspect also. So what is 8? It is eighth house. So Mars will look into the eighth house also. Same time. So when the Mars is sitting in the first house, it looks into those 3 houses. That's what we call aspects of the planets. So when the Mars look into these houses, it changes the behavior of the planets on which the Mars is aspecting. The behavior, the qualities of those houses are changed when the Mars aspects on them. So it gives a totally different picture of the chart. Okay. So this was example of the Mars. Now in case of a different planet I'm taking is Saturn. Saturn planet, say again, Saturn is sitting here. Saturn aspect is a very powerful aspect of all the planets. Very hard aspect it is considered as. So Saturn looks at 3 positions, 3, 7 and 10. So what does that mean? Saturn will look at the third house from itself where the Saturn is sitting. That means 1, 2 and 3. Saturn will look here. And then Saturn will look at 7th position also, same like the other planets do, regular position. And then 10, 10th position from the place where the Saturn is sitting. So start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So Saturn will look into this house also. So these are the 3 major aspects of Saturn. Okay, so I hope you understand what the aspect thing is, and this is the most important thing in astrology. When you look into a chart, these things tell you how to judge the strength of the horoscope. How strong is it? If a good planet is aspecting a house or a planet, it will make that house more beneficial, more comfortable. But if a planet like Saturn, which is a hard planet, a teacher planet, a kind of a law and order, when it looks into those houses, it gives troubles. But not in every case. Most of the cases, the Saturn aspect is hard. Okay. Same thing with the Rahu and Ketu 5, 7 and 9. If Rahu is sitting in the house, say Rahu is sitting here, same house, suppose it is Rahu or Ketu, either planet, both has same aspect 5, 7 and 9. So Rahu will look into the 5th house first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Rahu will look here. And then 7th position again, same here. And 9th position, which is this house. Okay, I hope you understand what the aspects are. Now, after this, I'll tell you just in a general discussion about a very, very scared thing among the people, which is called Kalsarp Yoga. What is Kalsarp Yoga? We are not going into too much detail of Kalsarp Yoga until you are very much master of the aspects and the planetary positions. Just to give you an idea what the Kalsarp Yoga is, so at least you don't have any misconception about it. What happens in Kalsarp Yoga is called a game of Rahu and Ketu. Say Rahu is sitting here and Ketu is here. Okay. And Kalsarp Yoga is like this. Rahu is a mouth, Ketu is a tail. Take in, take out. Consumption, elimination. Ketu is elimination, Rahu is consumption. So what happens in the Kalsap Yoga is when somebody has these two planets, Rahu and Ketu, like this, or in any axis, it could be here and here, it could be here or here. But on one side, if all the planets comes on one side, say all the planets like Moon, Sun, but there is no planet on this side of the chart, and all the planets come on only one side, and or in between Rahu and Ketu, that means there is Kalsap Yoga in Kundli, in Kalsap Yoga in the horoscope. It could be bad or it could be okay. Okay, so in this case, what we tell about the Kalsap is that Rahu is the mouth of dragon, and it starts eating the qualities of those houses. So it opens a mouth, the qualities goes in and goes into the belly of the dragon, and it eliminates from here. So in this process, while it eats the quality of the planets and the houses, there is more suffering in the life of the person. The person suffers a lot. Sometimes not. In such some cases, we will discuss those also. Which Kalsap Yoga is better, which is not. Okay. So this is the basic idea when the planets are on the one side and comes in between the axis of Rahu and Ketu, it forms a Kalsap Yoga. Okay. But you don't need to worry about it. There are too many people which have Kalsap Yoga, but everybody is not having any problems like what we expect. Some people with the Kalsap Yoga are very, very good and well settled. So we'll discuss this thing on future also, that why people scared of this. What the actual thing which makes you scared of the Rahu and Ketu axis. Okay. Then not much time I have in this video from now, but I'll tell you a little more about Sadesati. What is Sadesati? Just a brief idea. Sadesati. Saturn. Sadesati is 7.5 years of Saturn. Saturn sitting in one house. 2.5 years in one house. 2.5 in 1 year in the one house, and then 2.5 years in one house. So Saturn basically moves in 3 houses. It could be this one, any 3 houses it moves, and those are 7.5 period circle. That's what is called as Sadesati. Okay, Sadesati sometimes gives big trouble, sometimes not. Okay, so say house is 30 degrees, 30 and 30. So Saturn travels that much area during Sadesati. And Sadesati happens from the position of the moon. Okay, and say from the moon, Sadesati starts from 45 degrees and ends up to 45 degrees when it is about to finish. You don't need to write on everything, just giving you a brief idea what the Sadesati is from the horoscope. We'll be discussing this also in a separate lecture, the whole thing about Sadesati. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can ask me or email me. All right, see you then.